Chicago, y'all better wake up. What is going on, everybody? Good evening. I'm Ty Smith, modern Renaissance man. I appreciate every last one of you guys taking your time out of your evening to view this material. And for that, I hope that y'all hit this like button so that this can be circulated within the YouTube algorithm and that my videos can be continuously recommended to you, the American people. Shout out to everybody in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, who I met, who I took pictures with, who I've had dinner with, who I talked with. Shout out to the random man, Al, who I met in a random Walmart on the way back just so my family can get some snacks and use the bathroom. And we had an awesome conversation. Big time prayers out for you, Al, and your wife. You know what we talked about. Big time prayers. And shout out to you and your brother. Sorry, pal. Al beat you to me. He just happened to be at the right place at the right time. All right. But I appreciate both you and your brother's support for watching my channel. I'm going to keep this going, folks. I got to remember to do things like this for folks that I meet out there. And to those of you that went to the arcade, you know, the laser area, the laser on, laser/golf course/arcade, look for my name above the little area when you go into the miniature golf. It's in the orange trim. Anyway, okay. With that being said, folks, again, I appreciate y'all all being here. Let's get into this subject here that is at hand because Chi-Town, y'all are fixing to be in a whole heap of trouble. Sure is. I told y'all what they were going to do. Told you. Free health care, free shelter. They bring in measles. They're bringing tuberculosis. And now they're getting ready to take your jobs. Yes, your jobs. Check it out.
It is a weird argument, though.
I want to bring in Chicago Alderman Raymond Lopez. Alderman, thanks very much for coming on the show. Where do you stand on giving out work permits to illegal migrants?
Well, I think one of the things that we have to be clear about is the fact that we have two different categories that we're discussing. We have the asylum seekers who are automatically going to get Social Security numbers and work permits eventually. And then we have those undocumented individuals that have already been in our cities who have been waiting for a pathway forward. I believe that if we are going to have a true conversation, that we don't need to conflate the two because it's very disrespectful and insulting to those communities that have been waiting for a pathway forward to legitimize their residency, who are now being leapfrogged by the asylum seekers.
The asylum seekers, you're telling me that they are going to get Social Security numbers, they are going to get work permits eventually? Is that the case?
Right now, we are seeing at least 2,000 migrant asylum seekers in the city of Chicago alone who have gotten both Social Security numbers as well as work permits for their stay until their merit hearing.
Okay,
so we know that the administration is working to provide that for them.
But do you approve of that? They are illegals, not got their court hearing yet, but they can work. Do you approve of that?
No, I disagree with the fact that Secretary Mayorkas and President Biden allowed for the manipulation of our asylum process to bring us to this point. I think that we know flat out that wanting work, which is the number one reason a vast majority of these individuals are here, is not grounds for asylum in the United States. And we're just perpetuating the inevitable that they're all going to be found as not having merit to be here, and then expect them to fully, at some point, self-deport, which we have seen historically never happens. I believe that Congress should have stepped in months ago to put an end to this, to force the Biden administration to secure the border and to do what was necessary to protect the United States and our country in this moment.
There are new calls for the Democrats to cancel their convention in Chicago because of Biden's support for Israel. Protest groups are threatening mayhem. They don't want to repeat the 1968 Chicago Convention, which actually lost the election for Hubert Humphrey. You're a Democrat. Do you want the Democrat convention in your city?
First off, I'm a Democrat who stands in full support of Israel's right to defend itself. I believe that the Democratic National Convention should come to the city of Chicago because we are the most American of American cities. And it's outrageous that some of my socialist colleagues are supporting organizations like Behind Enemy Lines that actually want to see our city fall into chaos worse than what we saw in 1968. There are parts of our city that have never recovered from the riots and devastation from that convention, particularly on the west side where our mayor is from. And anyone who advocates for the destruction of communities and for the chaos that it will ensue isn't fit for office, let alone to stand and say that they are for anyone else's rights elsewhere.
You might want to have a chat with your mayor about that. We've got Alderman, thanks seriously, thanks very much for joining us, sir. We do appreciate it.
Yeah, you heard all that, right? They don't even want the DNC to be in Chi-Town. A lot of Chicagoans are pissed off, and rightfully so. Look what they are coming there and doing, folks. I told y'all. I told you. And yes, this is different. We're doing this a little different now. What are you talking about, Ty? The way I'm going to come at you guys for the I told you so stuff? Yes, I'm going to tell you so. You know that open wound y'all have right now? I'm pouring big crystals of Himalayan salt in there and scratching the inside of your wounds with it. Not only are you feeling the pain from the scraps that I'm giving you, you are feeling the pain. What did I say, scraps? Not only are you feeling the pain from the scratches from those big, huge salt crystals, but you also feeling the burn from the chemical compounds of the salt that when it touches your skin and when it touches the wound, it burns chemically. Feel it, because I told you. Man, shut up, man. You shut up. Look what's happening to you right now, Chi-Town. Look what they're doing to y'all. And look who they're doing it under. A black man. Brandon Johnson. Getting ready to give the migrants work permits. I'm sure they're all asylum seekers, huh? I'm sure they're all legal migrants who've been there for a long time, huh? Yeah, right. You know what's about to happen. This big old giant of a person and ego, Pritzker, y'all should have known the game plan. We were trying to tell y'all. Y'all thought that things was bad right now. You know the jobs that y'all don't want? They're going to not only take those jobs. You know the areas you don't want to live in? They're going to go and live there, and family and trolls and all that. They're going to save up a bunch of money, start winning, and move on out. But guess what? It does not matter because your vote is not going to matter. Your vote is going to be deemed obsolete. And as long as those migrants and those asylum seekers, those are pretty much illegals, keep coming there and getting all the benefits, the Democrats have their new black. That's the new black, folks. They're going to take advantage of the opportunities that y'all didn't want to take advantage of. And they're not going to sit back and go, we were slaves. Y'all keep on crying. You're not moving. These people are coming in they're coming in less than and will come in and start winning and beating Americans. Why? Because black people, y'all are being duped left and right. Y'all gonna still be sitting back talking about what we went through, what we built. We were kings, we were queens, and these migrants and legal asylum seekers and all them folks are gonna come in and start winning and moving out the neighborhoods to better areas. Y'all gonna be still left there talking about, oh, look, we need reparations. It ain't gonna happen. Anyway, my point in saying all that is this. They call these folks asylum seekers and migrants who are getting these work permits, finding them jobs, helping them get the jobs. What about the homeless folks? Aren't they migrants? Huh? Oh, I know. They are actually from America, so they can't be considered migrants, huh? These people that are homeless, like our veterans and regular homeless Americans up there in Chi-Town right now, huh? What qualifies them to be asylum seekers? Do they have to be illegal? Do they have to be migrants? Do they have to be from another country? Well, technically, if you're black, you're not from here, right? You're African-American. So why can't you be deemed an asylum seeker African-Americans? Why can't you be deemed asylum seekers African-Americans? Why? Why? You should do that. Go to the black. Then they'll give you a card. Go to them and be like, I love America. Do that. What are you? I'm African American. Only English I know besides what I say and that. Otherwise, asylum seeker, help me. Get a sign. Asylum seeker, need help, need work, need health. Huh? Do that. Because right now you're being pissed on. Plain and simple. You were being pissed on. Y'all thought that because you had a black man as a mayor, that things were going to be completely utopia for you, didn't you? That's how they feel about you Negroes. Give the black people something that represents them, although that representation is not going to do nothing for them. We don't care. Black people are so stupid and ignorant that as long as you give them some representation, they are cool with it. No, I don't feel that. I don't think that, but I'm just telling you the ones who are putting these people in place, the ones who are pretty much telling y'all to vote for these folks in place, that's what they feel about you. That's why it's happening to you, because they feel like y'all don't know. No, these Negroes don't know what they vote for. They don't know they put a progressive in place. They don't know they put somebody in place that look like them but going to do everything else the agenda wants them to do. These Negroes don't know no better, so we're going to keep on doing it to you because y'all too stupid to see through it. That's what they think of y'all, folks. I'm telling you the truth. You don't have to believe me. You don't have to believe me, but get pissed off at me, get mad because of the way I'm coming at you versus me telling you this message of truth behind it. I'm telling you right now, crying about reparations, crying about what happened to your ancestors, crying about we was kings and queens. Where has that gotten any black people? Nowhere. Crying about we need our own communities. Get real. Our communities are the humans. I live amongst other humans. I don't have to live around all black. I don't have to live around all white. I don't have to live around anybody if I don't want to. I can just go purchase me a piece of land like I was in Gatlinburg in the Smoky Mountains. I ain't got to live around nobody and still be happy with me and my family. I don't have to. The point of me saying all that is that I'm going to do what makes me and mine happy. I don't have to be around a community of people. I don't have to be around building our communities. I don't have to be around, we ought to have our own stores with our own schools. Well, come on, that stuff is not going to happen. So why y'all keep talking about it? It's not going to happen. Stop. Move on. If you don't move on, you're going to stay stagnant. And these illegal immigrants, these migrants, these asylum seekers, going to move in, do what they're supposed to do, and take advantage of the opportunities you weren't taking advantage of. And they're going to move on past you and start beating y'all in life. Plain and simple. I'm telling y'all the truth. But then they're going to push y'all to keep on crying about racism and Black Lives Matter and police brutality. And they're going to keep on pushing y'all to do that. And you guys are not going to move. It's been working for the past, I don't know how many years, at least since the civil rights movement. It's been working on you Negroes, and it's going to continue to work. Break out of it. At least come and try it the way I did it so you can look back and see. And if you don't like it, go back to the hood plantation mentality. Go back to the projects mentality. Go back to the ghetto mentality. Stay there and go back to being the same. Well, see, I tried to do like the way Ty said, but it didn't work. So I'm back here. We want our reparations. Hey, hey, ho, ho. These racist cops has got to go. We were kings. We were, come on now. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. Not going to work. Just stop. Move on. Anyway, let me know what y'all think of this video, folks, and this stuff that y'all just seen. Put your thoughts in the comments below after this video. Don't forget to hit that like button right there so that this video can be circulated within a YouTube algorithm and my content can continuously be recommended to you, the people. Don't forget to get into those cell phones, ladies and gentlemen. Get into the cell phone. Let one person know about this channel. Encourage them to subscribe to this channel. All right? Let's hear it. I'm Ty Smith, modern Renaissance man, hoping and praying every last one of you have food, shelter, and clothing. And I pray every last one of you guys are in great health mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.